Well, would you look at that, people? West Ham United, baby. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. No negativity on here tonight. To my right is Clivus. Clive, how do you feel about smashing them from North? What you saying?
I am very, very happy right now. But knowing our luck, we'll get the hardest team in the next round of the Carabao Cup. But, you know, who likes doing things the easy way, as they say. So, yeah, look, I'm very happy with tonight's performance. Hopefully it's a good stepping stone for the weekend as we go and face Brentford.
I agree, mate. I agree. Listen, I'm going to drop the link in. Me and Clive are going to do a bit of hosting tonight. And then we're going to do the player ratings, me and Clive. And WestHamOnline is on his way. He's at the stop signs. He's at all sorts of egg. Right, let's start off at the beginning, Clive. Right, team sheet come out. What are you saying about the team sheet tonight?
Sorry, because I've got managed to snag a little team sheet from the game.
Yeah.
So, hey, look, I guessed the back, didn't I? I said if it's not Zuma, it'll be Mavropanos next to Aguerd. So it was perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, much of it was exactly what I said. I got Benny on the left, like I thought. We said about Bowen being up top, taking that sort of striking role, and then obviously Kudus had a great game today. I genuinely think that was. I mean, Kudus combined with Bowen were incredible tonight. Absolutely great. I mean, the first 5 or 10 minutes we looked a little bit shaky, and then other than that, it was really good, and it was nice to see that we had a strong bench there as well. You know, if certain things weren't going to work, you knew that David Moyes, if he wished to, was going to change it up. And I mean, we had the likes of JWP in the bench. We had obviously Tilo Kehrer. We had Antonio, a whole load. In terms of Arsenal, though, I know a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, that was an easy team. It was only their B team." But a lot of those players are starting 11 players for a lot of Premier League clubs, and I'd say at least 7 of their starting 11 certainly are.
Yeah,
including players like Ben White and players like Trossard, who have come from teams like Brighton that have smashed teams like West Ham in the past. So, I don't think there is any excuse. It's just a very poor performance from up north.
Right. First off, Mikel Antonio is the West Ham's all Premier League top scorer. But this is what I've been saying about Jared Bowen up top. Tonight proves it. He presses. He's consistently in their faces. You have people behind backing him up. And there's nothing against Antonio. He's 34 years old. But as I've always said, all good things come to an end. Yeah. And Jared Bowen, Paqueta, Kudus, and even Benrahma tonight. Right. All of them. All done the shift. But one player tonight that was absolutely fantastic was Mavropanos.
Yeah,
right. Mavropanos tonight. He looked fucking electric tonight. He won everything in the air, on the ground. He made surging runs. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. Obviously, we scored.
Well. Aguerd looked fantastic.
He did. I think everyone did tonight. I said this the other day, yeah? And then one thing with me, I'm not like any other channel. I don't talk bollocks. I talk fact. That's why I'm very much quids in tonight, because I backed West Ham with a lot of money tonight to win this game. Because I know this team like the back of my hand, and I swear on my life, yeah, I knew West Ham was going to perform tonight. I knew it. I said it the other day. I said, I just believe in this team. Anytime West Ham are in a dull moment, what better way to play a top 6 side at the LS? And I called it perfectly tonight. I'm sitting there and I'm around all my mates. They've all lumped on Kudus tonight. All of them. And he was like, we've had it right off tonight. And I'm proud of this team tonight. And there should be no negativity in the fan base whatsoever. There will be, because people just can't help themselves. Yeah, but I'm fucking proud of this team tonight. I really am. But as we say, first half, our goal, own goal. Explain, Clive.
So wait, sorry. What one did you say in our first goal?
Our first goal,
Oh, our first
their
goal.
own
Sorry.
goal.
Yeah, their own goal. Sorry, that's where I was getting confused. I was like, we didn't score an own goal. Yeah, no, sorry. I mean, to be honest, I'll look at it from 2 points of view. Bowen's cross from that corner, incredible, because it was always going to create an issue for the Arsenal defence. Saying that, because of how close it was to the goal area, rather than actually getting one of our players, and the fact that there was 2 Arsenal defenders that could have got ahead to it, it was actually very poor defending at the same time. But it was exactly what we needed. We needed something early in, and it gave us the confidence and it gave us the boost, because the first 5-10 minutes, Arsenal looked really good up until that moment. They had opportunities towards our, in that final third, and we hadn't quite come alive into that game fully yet. So that corner really solidified tonight's performance, I feel.
I agree, mate. I agree. Good ball in. We go 1-0 up at half time. Then, Clive, second half, let's be honest, as West Ham fans, we always know what's going to happen. We come out, we're slow. Not tonight. We come out and just blitzed.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I just got back to my seat, because you know how difficult it is to get a pint in just 15 minutes. It's not the easiest task at the LS, I'm not going to lie.
True.
But I just got back into my seat, and within the first 60 seconds, we'd already had a great opportunity on goal. And we didn't seal that. And I thought to myself, oh, this is going to be our luck. We start off really good and give it 55, 60 minutes in, they're going to equalize or something. But instead, that wasn't what happened. And what a ball from Aguerd, firstly. Secondly, the control that Kudus had on that ball to then get it onto his preferred foot of choice for the shot, and then to shoot how he did, unbelievable. The only critique, if you look at it from an Arsenal point of view, the only critique you could see on that is the defender shouldn't have his legs as wide open as it was, because the ball obviously went through his legs. But everything else you can't fault. I mean, Aguerd, that ball was amazing, but the control from Kudus, the 2 touches he had there to get that goal, incredible.
He's the man. He is the man, mate. He's the one. And West Ham are building, and I keep saying it. I really do. And it's like smashing my face off the floor. It really is. Like I know this geezer's a talent. I know people wanted him in. He started to come in, and he's starting to sort of perform, mate. He looked electric tonight. Really, really good. Strong, powerful, direct, goal scorer. 40 million pounds. Bargain. Absolute bargain. And then Jared Bowen. Right, I'm going to go first on this one. Then I'll let Clive land. Yeah. Today, people were saying about a legend that left the club. Yeah. I think people have to start understanding that we've already got a legend at the club, and that is Jared Bowen. It really is. He's the goal scorer that won us the game in Prague, and he's decided to stay at West Ham for probably the rest of his career. Do you know what I'm saying? He deserves so much credit tonight, because that kid fucking run his soul out tonight. Yeah, he gave everything for the claret and blue tonight. And what it is, when I look at Jared Bowen, he's a sort of player that you just love. You just love, because he's a non-stop merchant. He just keeps going all the way to the end. Yeah, he deserves so much respect tonight. His goal was brilliant, so much deserved. I love him as a sort of forward, playing on the shoulder of the last man. I love it. I love it. Do you know what I mean? It's nothing against Mikel Antonio. I'm going to be honest here, yeah? Right, people keep saying, certain man keeps coming at me and saying about record Premier League goal scorer. Do you know what I mean? If I want a history book, I'll go on Wikipedia. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not here for history. I'm here for the present. And the present is Jared Bowen up top until we get a centre forward who can play that line. But Bowen was electric tonight. Clive, what you're saying about JB?
Yeah, that third goal, great goal. The amount of times we see players afraid to take shots on the edge of the box, and Bowen just went for it. And obviously, we're a little bit lucky in the sense of it came off the defender, which confused Ramsdale, and then it just sort of hit Ramsdale more square on the face rather than where he had positioned himself in terms of his hands. But sometimes that's what you've got to do. Sometimes you've got to be fortunate and get a little bit of luck on your side. And unless you take those shots, you're never going to find out. But having a player that's actually willing to take those shots is what's made the difference ultimately tonight. and that's precisely what we needed. So to be honest, yeah, he had a great performance tonight. Obviously, I don't necessarily think that that's where he's going to be playing come the weekend, but that's obviously with us having 2 suspensions. So,
I as I say, I like him. I really do. I like him up top. What I like about Jared Bowen is he is a natural born finisher. It proved it in Prague. It proved it when he was at Hull. It's proved it many, many times, and he just keeps delivering. Obviously, we was 3-0 up, cruising, absolute cruising. I've never enjoyed a game so much in my life tonight. Yeah, against them. Yeah, some of the shit we had to put up with as fans. Yeah, with the Declan Rice thing. And there's people who are saying about Declan Rice tonight, everything. Our own fans. One man who tonight who I thought was excellent, yeah, was Alvarez. I thought he was excellent tonight. Got stuck in. Simon Hooper's just a wrong one in regards of like certain fucking fouls, because some of them was never a foul. But I thought Alvarez stood up tonight. I thought Soufal was a different player, and Mavropanos was just excellent, absolute excellent. Obviously, what did you make of when Declan Rice appeared for you, Clive?
yeah, so obviously in the first half, he did a little bit of, the standard warm up that players do. As he did, a lot of fans initially started off booing, and then it became a bit more of a cheer. That it was drowned out by the cheers. A lot of people stood up and clapped. When he came on, again, boos were drowned out by the cheers and people stood up and clapped. However, when he was actually playing, the first time he got the ball and he drove up with the ball, you would say that the boos were a little bit more hefty. But yeah, I appreciate that what Rice did in the club. I stayed silent for it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm more of the old-fashioned type in the sense of, the game's gone a bit soft these days.
Yeah.
And, I appreciate what he's done for the club and whatnot. And, 10, 15, 20 years down the line when he's retired and whatnot, that's a different conversation in regards to Declan Rice. But as for the now and then, at the end of the day, we're here to play the game, not the occasion. And for me, it's more about the game. I don't care about the occasion. All Declan Rice first time back in the London Stadium. I don't give a damn. We're here to win. We're here to play.
Great.
He's the past now. Where the club continues, the players move on, managers move on, everyone else moves on, chairmans eventually move on, everything moves on, but the club will remain. And that's all that matters. So, it is what it is with that. I would say the majority of the fan base obviously cheered him, but I'd say at least 20, 25% perhaps against that. But yeah.
Obviously, they got a consolation towards the end. What did you make of that?
Look, it was 90+6, I think it was. So it was right at the end. Yeah. I mean, it was good. It was good play from them, but by that point, look, I'm sure Fabianski would have loved a clean sheet tonight, but it didn't really put a dent on the night. Let's put it that way. It was just a little bit of slacking off, I think, because it was right at the end of the game.
Shout out to Drano here, all the way out in Suffolk. What an absolute gentleman of a man. 4.99. James and Clive, enjoy the chat, fellas. I'm going to sleep. My winning's off. What a fucking performance. A well up to fever. Thank you very much, Drano. Really do appreciate it. For me, as I say, I know this club at the back of my fucking hand. I knew it tonight. I really, really strongly believed it tonight. I really did. Right. When the game was coming up, I even said it in the week to Mitch. I said, I fancy us in this one, big time. And when I do get a fancy, I always go strong with it, because when West Ham are in a moment, certain games get West Ham up for it. And this was a certain game with a certain person coming back to the LS. Matthew, there probably will be one tonight, late tonight, but who with? I don't know. I will be on there though, if I can get on. But for me, West Ham tonight shows you what it means to be the claret and blue, because they give it everything tonight. They cared tonight, yeah. And I want people to give Moyes a bit of credit tonight, because he went strong. Like he played Paqueta, he played Kudus, he played all these players, yeah. And even Mavropanos tonight, yeah. He deserves to be playing tonight. I want him playing. I want him playing on fucking Saturday, because I thought he was excellent. There's Damien's back in the chat. I hold my hands up. Bowen over Antonio centre forward. Listen, it's not about who's being right and who's being wrong, in my opinion. It's about what's best for West Ham United Football Club. And Antonio has done a hell of a good job right? And we will always remember him. But Jared Bowen is the future, and the future is now. So, yeah, listen, it is what it is. Right, let's get this man in. So, Daddy, all the way from the US of A, talk to me about that performance tonight, sir.
Mr. Moyes is the main man. Masterclass. Absolute masterclass.
I agree. Carry on, mate. Talk to me.
The sad thing is we can't see the same 11 next game because Paqueta and Alvarez had to get suspended. But don't you worry, we'll see it against Burnley in a few weekends' time, and we will cook Burnley. But yeah, players amazing. Bowen center forward, yes please. Mohamed Kudus, yes please. Amazing. Every player was good today.
Well, you could be a bit more enthusiastic about it because I'm absolutely fucking buzzing.
No, but I'm in my college dorm, so I can't talk that loud.
Mate, listen, I'll be screaming that college now, mate. I'll say, listen, Claret and Blue Army and all that game, mate. You know how it is, Clive. You know how it is. But listen, who was the best player for you tonight, Sir Daddy?
Kudus. It was between him and Bowen.
And
I also thought Mavropanos did good. I think he should get a start in the Prem.
Yeah. I agree, mate. I really do.
Aguerd wasn't too bad either, so
I thought that was all good tonight. I thought the whole team just gelled as one tonight. They cared.
Yeah.
They really wanted it.
How Alvarez just kept fouling people without even trying to win the ball. It's just funny how many times he fouls people. Like he's only in the game to kick people.
He most certainly is. Right. So, Daddy, I'm going to let you go, mate, because I've got other people who will come on.
All right.
I'll catch up with you later. Peace, man. Listen, to round it up, obviously, before I'm hoping someone else comes on, but they don't, then we'll get straight to the player ratings. But to round it up from me, as I say, I'm just proud of this team tonight. I really am, because I just know how West Ham can perform under the lights, especially under the lights. They're a different side. They really are. Clive, anything else you want to add before we go into the player ratings?
Yeah, I think it's interesting with Mavropanos because if you start him, I think him and Aguerd combined is good, but then obviously Zuma is the captain. So it'll be an interesting one to see where this season goes because I'm sure Mavropanos has not come in just to warm that bench up. So it's going to be a very interesting coming months.
Let me ask you something, yeah? When you look at Mavropanos and Aguerd and you look at Mavropanos and probably Zuma, I know they're both right footers, yeah. I like Mavropanos and Aguerd, I really do.
I think I prefer that, but obviously it's hard to say after just one or two games of them. It's one of those where we need a few more games. Hello, Matt.
Matt, the link. I'll tell you what I'm going to do for Matt. Right, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Does he want to come on and discuss what happened tonight for the Arsenal perspective? Do you know what I mean? There you go, Matt. It's in there for you, son. If you want to come on, listen, I agree. I thought Mav was just superb tonight, like absolute superb. I even said to a few of my mates, I said, I can't believe how well he's clearing everything. He's driving with the ball. He's a sort of player West Ham need at the back. Yeah, if you people knock Aguerd, yeah, they do, right, and rightfully so in certain moments. But I'm going to say Mavropanos tonight sort of dominated. Absolutely dominated, and his passing ain't bad either. Do you know what I'm saying? So, anything else, Clive, you want to add? I'll let you sort of land on your.
I think it was a promising performance. Obviously, our next home game, obviously we're away at Brentford, but then our next home game is against Olympiacos. So hopefully, if we can perform how we did tonight against Olympiacos, hopefully we can turn around the Europa League group stage because. That's going to be needed. If we lose that game, it's going to make it very difficult in terms of that group stage.
I think West Ham will be all right. I really do.
I think so as well. But obviously, I think that this performance was needed because if you lose this game, then it's like you start in a slump because we would have lost 3 or 4 games on the trot.
Well, excuse me. Was it a good thing tonight to drop, obviously, James Ward-Prowse in this game? And give him a little bit of a rest, because for me, West Ham looked like a completely different side without him in there. if that makes sense.
Yeah, look, I think it was the right thing because obviously, on the weekend, Paqueta's not going to be playing as he's suspended, and it's the same with Alvarez. The bigger question I actually have is where is JWP going to be playing on Sunday? Is he going to be playing in the traditional DM position that he's been playing this season, or is he going to be playing where Paqueta played tonight, where Paqueta looked a lot more comfortable?
That is $1 million question. I've got to be honest. I just like this team tonight. I thought Soucek and Alvarez got stuck in. It's massively stuck in. Yeah, they was everywhere. Everything just seemed to gel tonight. I know people are going to go at Arsenal and say, "Oh, this is Arsenal's B side," but 7 of them players. I see your tweet earlier on.
7. I'd say a solid 7 in that. I mean, Ramsdale's easily a starting 11 player. Ben White started for
every game.
Well, I mean, yeah, he started a lot at Arsenal. He was bought for a lot of money. I mean, Gabriel. You could argue. So really, it's about 8 players actually. And Ketia, 100%. Trossard came in from Brighton, and Brighton usually demolish us. Jorginho, I mean, he's come from Chelsea. Havertz, Chelsea again. Zinchenko, Man City. So I don't think there should be any arguments. I think it was just a very poor performance from them.
Look who he is. Let me get him in. Matt. What you saying, Matt? I hope you're well, mate. What you saying, mate?
I'm good. Clive, there's no need to tweet me, I'm good, yeah. The worst part is, I'm like, Clive's not updating on Snapchat. He's going to leave me alone, yeah? And it'll pop up. I went, listen, here's what it is. I said, no disrespect to the cup. I said, I do want to see a good performance, but you lot played well. And I said, it's the type of competition West Ham need to kind of like do their thing. And listen, I think you lot could go to the end. I genuinely do. I think West Ham have a good team. You really do have a good team. And yeah, as soon as I saw this game was away from home, I saw the lineup. I was like, it's not going to happen today. But I expected a bit more. I definitely did.
I've got to ask you, because some people say in the chat, Kai Havertz. What are you saying about him?
You know what's so funny? My brother just got back. He was at the game and he was like, I thought Havertz was just slow on TV. He's like, just in person, he's just not moving at all. And you know what? That's the sword Arteta's going to die on. We didn't have to sign him. And that was an out of the blue signing for all of us anyway. We had signed chasing Rice, whatever. And then obviously the Havertz thing come up. And for me, I don't know what he does. Like, he's not scoring goals. He's not assisting. It's killing me, mate. I can't lie. It's absolutely killing me. But listen, this game, I'm not really that this one. You saw me yesterday when I was talking about it. Is what it is. Just responding against Newcastle on Saturday and everything's all good.
I'm going to be honest. I was quite shocked how well West Ham had played tonight. Like, do you know what I mean? But I always knew West Ham would turn up against Arsenal, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? When I said it to you in the preview the other day, like, if there's a game that West Ham need to get up for, it's this one. Like, because obviously the Declan Rice thing and everything. From an Arsenal perspective, I know, like you've said, it wasn't your night. Why was it not your night tonight, mate?
You know what? I think Clive alluded to it on Twitter. I think just too many changes. I'm not taking away from what you lot have done. First of all, before West Ham fans start getting me, I just think it's one of them. Like when you make loads of changes, there's no cohesion. And the way you lot scored, we just didn't look up for it. Ramsdale didn't look the best. Ben White own goal. Like it's just one of them nights where things not going well, and you lot scored at the right time. Kudus scored at the right time, and Bowen straight after that was it. Game done. I just don't understand as well why we brought on the subs. At 3-0 down, I'm like, you're losing already. And as I said yesterday, bring youngsters. Like, I don't mind losing a game if you're playing youngsters, but you played Trossard, you played Nketiah. Same Nketiah scored a hat-trick against Sheffield United. And scored again tonight, And that's 18 away games with no goal, by the way. So that's it's a bit mad.
That's not good. I've got to be honest. For me, obviously looking at Arsenal tonight, I thought Arsenal come out, started okay. They had a lot of the ball, but they was going nowhere with it, which like people complain about out with West Ham currently right now, is that teams have loads of ball, and I think Arsenal had one shot on target in the first half, and that was Eddie Nketiah, a header. Other than that, they didn't really do a lot. So for me, like, I was quite shocked how Arsenal just sort of allowed us to sort of do our thing, basically. Do you know what I mean? And sort of. They didn't really play the game, but obviously second half we come out and we was red hot. Do you know what I mean? And that's West Ham to see. Matt, shout out your channel before I let you go, mate. Let people know where they can find you.
Listen, you can find me one of the most unbiased Arsenal fans, as James knows, and Clive, Back of the Net podcast. Coming in Back of the Net. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, all of that. Come find me, man. But listen, thanks for having me on again. Well done to West Ham, and listen, I hope you lot go all the way. Listen, just for this tournament, I'll give you that.
I know, mate. I know. Listen, that has been Matt's sort of opinion on the Arsenal perspective. Top man, Matt. Go and follow his podcast. I'll leave the link in the chat. Go and do it. He's a top man. He's such a reasonable Arsenal fan, and there's not many of them out there. So Matt, I'm gonna let you go. Take it easy, man. Peace. Yes. Listen. At the end of the day, right? Clive will be with us back in a minute. I'm just proud. As I say, I'm proud. Do you know what I mean? And that's what we want. Brian says West Ham were fired up tonight. I agree, mate. Absolutely agree. West Ham were up for it from minute one. West Ham were 2-1 tonight, people. Yeah, 2-1. And West Ham to score 2 goals to something like 3-1. Let's just say I had a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I believe in this team tonight. I really do. You've played a good side. Telling you that that's the best we've been for ages. Yeah, I agree on that. Shout out to the Spurs fan. £2. Well done, boys. Thank you very much, mate, for your super chat. Seems like a good guy. I don't get Arsenal fans like that. Yeah, I agree. I really do. I know the draw is going on, so I'm just going to read everyone's comment out. If anyone wants to come on, I'll chuck the link in, and you can come on, say what you like, do what you like, etc. And go from there. Really, West Ham is bigger than Spurs. Fact. I agree on that, Brian. I really, really do. Do you know what I'm saying? Clivis, are you back?
I am. Yeah, sorry, my fire alarm randomly started going off, and I was like, "The fuck is going on?"
I agree, mate. What's happening with this draw? Is this draw being done or what?
2:15, so in a couple of minutes.
We might as well do a little watch along. See who we get.
Well, exactly. Exactly. Oh, I missed the rest of the match. That's a shame.
Top man, Matt. Honestly, it really was. Do you know what I mean? Put your comments in the comments now, and I'll read them out. Any questions you want to ask, anything you want to say on tonight's performance, man, the matches, everything. We are going to do the player ratings tonight, so it's going to be a long old one, and probably Alfie will be here towards the back end. Clive, who do you want in this cup?
Who's left?
Port Vale, Borough.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I thought. I'd want Port Vale, obviously. But
I'll take a home draw against any of them.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'll take home against most of those teams. I'd like to avoid Liverpool personally, or Newcastle as well. Those two are probably going to be the toughest tests. I would like an easier opponent, not just because it's easier, but I'd like us to be able to rest a few players because, there's going to be a whole bunch of winter fixtures and stuff, and it gets a little bit bunchy, and it would be nice to be able to rest some players. But we'll see what happens. Beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, yeah. I'll take Port Vale right now, yeah. If West Ham can't beat Port Vale, they don't deserve to be in the competition. But you got Borough in there. I wouldn't fancy Borough away because that's like a banana skin. Chelsea at home, I'll take again. I really would. I'll take Chelsea. Yeah, Newcastle. Newcastle's a bit of a tricky one. Fulham are in it. So they beat Ipswich tonight. So, yeah. We are getting Chelsea at the Bridge. Do you know what? I'm not even fussed, mate. I really am not about them.
I'd have them at the Bridge if we had them away. I'd have that.
Listen to me. They're getting beat every week at the Bridge, so you know what I mean? It's even better. Tell Alfie Stylen definitely got his pants pulled down over Alvarez.
I think Alvarez had an all right game.
Yeah, I thought Alvarez was brilliant tonight, mate. I will say that. Eric says, not Newcastle. Don't want Newcastle away. I'll take Newcastle at home. I would, but not away. Liverpool away, knowing our luck. Trust me, if we get Liverpool away, then we're cursed. We're just never going to win the League Cup. And obviously, Clive, if we win this one, we are guaranteed the semi-final, and then we got a 2-leg affair.
Yes, exactly.
That's more games.
Exactly.
That's more games.
That's the thing, but I think that's January the the semi-finals, which is fine because the Europa League, we wouldn't have matches until either February or March, depending on where we finish in terms of the group stage.
Yeah.
So I'm not too worried about that because having more games in January is actually okay in my eyes.
I agree. Listen, I've got to get to Aaron's comment. Yeah, shout out to Aaron Tucker. Yeah, if Moyes wins this cup and Europa, would you give him a new deal? I certainly would. Maybe even build a statue. If he goes and wins the League Cup after winning the Europa League, certain man are going to have like a complete meltdown. Get him out the door. Do you know what I mean? But it's a long way off yet. Let's wait and see how we get on. Alvarez was immense. Yeah, I agree, mate. I really do. He was top draw tonight. Cool. How long was his draw taking, Clive?
It's not even started.
Flipping hell. Right, I tell you what, Clive. We'll do the defenders.
Yes.
Yeah, for the player ratings, and then once it's done, then we'll go thingy. So let's go. Let's start off at the beginning of the player ratings. So the player ratings is now 31 minutes into the stream. Let's go. Lucas Fabianski, Clive. What are you saying?
Had a good game. Unlucky not to end up with a clean sheet. Made some really good saves, especially in the first few minutes of the game. Yeah, and he looked good whenever Arsenal seemed to be pressing. I give him a solid 7, high 7 if anything.
For me, I'm going to agree. I thought he was pretty decent tonight, Fab. Unlucky not to have a clean sheet, but a 7 I think is about right and fair also. Yeah. Let's come to this man, Vladimir Coufal. One of his better games, and I thought he was excellent tonight.
Yeah, he had a good game tonight. He looked really promising and helped with the third goal, I believe, with Bowen's third. So I think, he had a very solid game. He looked really on it, to be honest, tonight, and looked very good forward as well as defensively. So I think for me, a 7 again.
I'm going to give him a high 7, just not an 8. I thought he was good, though. What does me with Coufal is 1 minute, he's amazingly good. Another day, he's like the worst player on the pitch. So, he's inconsistent, but tonight he was consistently good. So, yeah, high 7 for me. I'm going to come to this man. I'm going to start off. He's my man of the match tonight. I thought it was absolutely top draw from start to finish. Anyway, I see someone say something about we've got to get Mavropanos out or something like that. I see on Twitter, right? And I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. I thought for his he hasn't played, has he? For since obviously Olympiacos the other week, he had a nightmare over there. Plays tonight. I think the only thing he done wrong in the whole match was allow the goal to go in right in the last minute. I even said to me, mate, that's the only ball he didn't get near in the whole match. I thought he was absolutely rock solid tonight. Absolutely. I'll let you go first with your rating, mate.
Yeah, I think. Do you know what? I know we didn't keep the clean sheet and everything, but he looked very solid compared to his previous game, where he was very shaky. So I think I'm going to give him I'm going to give him a 7. Passing could be slightly better, but I'm just being critical there at this point.
I'm going to go a high 8. Right, I thought he was excellent tonight. I thought he dominated in the air. He ran the full length of the pitch. Literally, Reece just took the words out of my mouth. Right, and then he made a chance. Good on the ground. I think the only thing he actually done wrong in the whole match was in the 96th minute when that goal goes in. Other than that, I thought he was just fucking a unit tonight. So yeah, high 8 for me, just not a 9. Let's go to this man. Gets a lot of stick, Aguerd, but tonight, decent. What are you saying, Clive?
Yeah, for me, Aguerd, compared to his last few games, he looks more solid. He just looked on it tonight. Very weird. Like every time he had the ball, he was doing the right thing. Clearances were good. Just everything was really good. I think again, it's going to be a high 7 for me, but great performance. Really, really good. Passing wise, perhaps could be a little bit improved again, but again, the way we were getting pressured at certain points, I think he just looked comfortable this time round, which we need from a centre back.
Yeah. Shout out to Mike. He's just become a member of the channel. Thank you very much,
Hey.
Mike. Me and the boys really do appreciate it. It all just supports the channel and everything. So yeah, shout out to Mike. He's just become a member. For me, Naif gets a lot of stick, and tonight I'm going to be honest. He turned up and he performed. He was really, really good. I don't remember a lot he done wrong, if I'm being honest. I really don't. I thought he defended well, passed well, made space well. Just top draw. So I'm going to give him just an 8. I just think Mavropanos, for what he brung tonight in the air and everything, I think he just gets my man in the match on that. Right, let's come to this man, and that is Emerson. Clive, yeah. What a difference West Ham are with Emerson in the side.
Yeah, looked again very promising down that left side. Tackling wise, he was good. Everything looked really good. Yeah, we looked a lot more promising. Yeah, I mean, look, he had a great game tonight. I'm going to give him a high 7. I think I'm just going to go 7s across the board for the defense. I'm not a big one of giving like 9s and 10s. So 7's really good. Don't get me wrong. I just, yeah, I'm reserving some 8s and 1 9 elsewhere. What I will say is, I forgot to say on Aguerd real quick, is obviously he assisted for the second goal. So actually, can I just quickly switch Aguerd to an 8? Because I completely forgot.
Aguerd is switched to an 8.
Yeah, sorry.
For me, he is fucking brilliant, this kid. Absolutely brilliant. Like, yet again, the same situation that we've got with Antonio and a striker. We had the same situation with Cresswell at left back. Emerson, to me, is such a fucking decent player. And he's also an outlet from that left-hand side. Amount of times tonight, he cut inside. He going down the left, he cuts inside, and people don't know whether to go with him or not. And not only that, he's pretty good on the ball and all. Like, he's not like an Arthur Masawaku back in the day where you just don't know what he's going to do. It's night and day with him in our side. When he's not in our side, we just haven't got that outlet. When he's in our side, he's a breath of fresh air. I'm going to give him a high 7, just not an 8 for me. Excellent player, absolutely excellent. We'll carry on until the draw starts. Here comes this man, Edson Alvarez. What are you saying about him, Clive?
So, really good on the passing, really good with some of the defensive tackles he made tonight. He made 1 or 2 things where he got the ball and then would just lose it, which did irritate me a little bit, but he still looked comfortable, which was actually quite refreshing. Because usually he'll panic. So I think he had a good performance tonight. I can't really give him more than a 7, but I think it was a solid performance from him.
Oh well, I've just got to be honest tonight. I think he was fucking brilliant tonight. I agree with what you're saying though. The first part, what you said about him sort of losing the ball sometimes, but he's just like a shield in front of it. And when he's on it, he's on it. And when Dec come on for Arsenal, they sort of squared up to each other, as in like trying to like get the ball. And he was all over him. So listen, I like Alvarez. I always have. Like when we signed him, I said I think he's going to be a top player for West Ham, and I still stand by that sort of statement. I'm going to give him just an 8 tonight. I think he deserves an 8. I think he turned up tonight, and I put a tweet out earlier on, and I said, if you want to turn up tonight and be an hero, this is the game for you, Edson Alvarez, and he fucking did. Done me proud tonight. Shout out to all the Mexicans out there. Your boy is top drawer. Let's come to this man, Thomas Soucek. Clive, I'll let you go first. This one.
Thank you. Played more of a DM role. Looked good on the ball. I don't know what's changed. I think scoring a few goals has clearly changed his confidence. He looks so much more confident, even when he's playing deeper, which he did tonight. And his passing was good. Great accuracy on the passing tonight. The way he was winning the ball, the way he was going for it. I think he had a good game. I'll give him a solid 7 as well. He looked really good tonight.
I think I'm going to be with you on that. Solid 7. He did get stuck in tonight. I'm going to ask you something, Clive. Is that his position for you next to Alvarez?
If he's able to play games where he can advance from a DM position and someone can pull back, like what I'd like to see is a triangle essentially. So we played the 2 DMs. We have one that's in front. If one of the DMs, so either Alvarez or Soucek, go up, the person who's the CM comes down, so it covers the man. If we can play that style, and Soucek continues to have confidence in the DM role, and his passing has improved and continues to improve going forward, then I truly believe he can play a DM role, because he's going to struggle to start games as a CM or a centre attacking mid as well, because of the players we have in those positions. So realistically, if he is going to be a starting player, it's more likely to be in the position he played tonight. But if he plays it the way he did tonight, then yes.
I'm going to ask you something before we move on. Who is more effective in that position, Thomas Soucek or James Ward-Prowse? Because you got one who's you got one who's a passer, who's in Prowse, but Thomas Soucek can do a bit more in the final third, so to speak, i.e.,
I think the style of how we play, then it's Thomas Soucek. But if we were a possession-based team, then I would say JWP, to be honest, on the basis of the passing accuracy and the basis of how JWP plays. Saying that, the way Paqueta looked more comfortable in the 10 role tonight, you could argue that JWP is better as a CM or a CAM rather than a DM, in my opinion. So it's hard because you've got to play to the player's strengths. And I would say traditionally, the two DMs that are on our team are the two that play tonight, and that's Alvarez and Soucek.
Yeah, I agree. I'll give Soucek a 7. That strong 7. I thought he was decent tonight. I will say that. We'll move on to the front line. Is this Lucas Paqueta? I'm going to go first in this one. I thought first half he was shite, if I'm being honest. The amount of passes he gave away, like, he was driving me mad. I was going like, Lucas, like, the amount of times he got into the position and the final pass was just lacking. Second half, he turned into someone else because he was absolutely excellent. I'm going to give him a high 7. Obviously, he was like a breath of fresh air in the second half. First half, though, I'm going to be honest, I didn't rate him at all. And that's me being honest. What are you saying, Clive?
So, obviously, I had a bit of an issue with Paqueta in the last couple of games, as we all know. And his passing did not help that tonight. It was atrocious. Saying that, there is a positive. When he did lose the ball, he went in for tackles. He was not a lazy little piece of work that he has been the last couple of games. He didn't just go, oh, someone else can deal with it. He actually went, tackled the player, got the ball back in some occasions there. And he did the work. And I think if you're willing to do the work, then I have no issue with you sometimes losing the ball. Lost the ball a little bit too much tonight, but generally, if he does the work and does the hard yards, I don't care if a player loses the ball as long as you're giving 100%. So for me, he gets a 7, but it's a low end 7 on this occasion. But yeah, he didn't do bad.
I agree. Moving on to this man, star boy, Big Mo. I call him Big Mo Kudus. What are you saying about him tonight? Because I thought he was fucking unnatural.
Yeah, hard to call man of the match, but I think Kudus just misses out on man of the match, to be honest, tonight. But what a breath of fresh air. Won the ball so many times. He went in for the tackles, and he just looked really exciting.
He reminds me, Clive, he reminds me of a Jared Bowen that arrived at West Ham. Works hard, scores goals, doesn't get bullied off the ball as such. He's a ball carrier. Like, he's someone who can get the ball, carry it up the pitch. He's fucking strong and all. He's strong as an ox.
Exactly that. And I think that what's it called? The control he had for the second for his goal tonight. The control on the ball, followed by the turn, and then getting the shot off the way he did tonight was incredible. I mean, it really topped it off. For me, he gets an 8 tonight. Great performance.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a strong 8. I thought he was excellent. What I like about this kid is he gives it everything. Also, he's another one who's like, he's 100% in it all the way. The goal is just superb, isn't it? What a great finish! Like, what a superb finish, in fact. You know what I mean? And yeah, he's a top draw. He done one bad pass from what I remember where he passed it across midfield and it got intercepted, and they was in Arsenal were in. I was like, Mo, what you're doing to us? Don't do that. But listen, top draw, absolute top draw. Let's come to this bad. Saeed Benrahma. Oh, this is going to be good. I thought he was all right tonight. What are you saying, Clive?
Yeah, he didn't look too bad. I know everyone was critiquing my little call for him to be playing and whatnot, but
You was right. You was right, though.
Yeah, exactly. I think he looked good. He looked hungry tonight, which was the main thing. And perhaps, not playing as many games recently is giving him that desire and that hunger down the left side. But he's not someone that I'd like to see starting every single game going forward. I do think he's better as like a sort of rotated squad player. But yeah, he looked good. Did great tracking of the opposition player over at Arsenal. I think it was Reece Nelson. He was tracking most of the game.
Really good. So, kept him quiet massively. Yeah,
exactly. And I think he played an excellent game. He gets a strong 7 based on that performance. It would have been nice to see a little bit more of him attacking tonight, but from a sort of backtracking point of view, he had a great performance.
I think Brian's just summed it up for me there. Benny, 7, worked very hard defensively. I completely agree with that. Completely agree. Attacking threat wasn't all there. Defensively tonight was fucking brilliant. He kept Reece Nelson completely quiet, isolated. And I remember one challenge where he ran all the way back and got the ball off him. He was absolutely top draw. Do you know what I'm
saying? The draw has just started, by the way.
Right, finally. It's draw time, and we will come to the other star boy, and that is Jarrod Bowen. What you saying, Clive? Read them out when they come out.
So the first quarter final is Everton at home, and they will be facing Fulham. So Everton versus Fulham is the first quarter final fixture.
I want to see West Ham versus Port Vale at home, and
I'll even take Port Vale away. I think that would be funny.
Mate, nice little trip to Stoke.
Chelsea are the next name out of the hat. So Chelsea are at home and they will face...
Give them Liverpool.
It's Newcastle. Chelsea-Newcastle is the second fixture. So we've got Everton-Fulham, Chelsea-Newcastle, which means there is a very, very high risk that we could get Liverpool next.
If we get Liverpool, mate, then it's just chaos. I guarantee you Liverpool...
Knowing Liverpool, they're going to get Port Vale.
You just know, yeah. You just know.
And the next number out the hat is Port Vale. Port Vale will be at home.
Oh, come on, mate.
They will have number one. Number one is, I believe, Middlesbrough, which means we've got Liverpool.
Have we got them at home, though? Well, that's the main thing. We need to get them at
home. Liverpool at home. We're fucked. Do you know what the worst thing is? I said it on Twitter. I literally said, knowing our luck, we're going to end up with Liverpool, and it's bloody well happened. It looks like we will be going to Anfield to face Liverpool, who Liverpool no doubt are probably joint favourites for this trophy alongside Newcastle. So it's a tough draw. Ties will be played the week commencing December 18th.
December 18th. Fucking hell, 2 days after my birthday. Fucking hell, mate. And have we pulled them out the bag? Yeah, I mean, it's just...
Last name out that. Last name out that.
Fuck it, let's get some revenge for 2006 FA Cup final. That's what I'm going to say on that. Do you know what I mean?
God.
Right, let's move on. It's a bit deflating now, but, it is what it is. Right, Jarrod Bowen, what you saying for him tonight, Clivus?
Star man of the night, man of the match, gets a 9 out of 10 performance for me. Obviously gets the assist for the own goal, and then obviously scores the third and what really put a decisive end to the game by getting that third very comfortable 3-0 lead. He had a great performance, always looked on it, looked very refreshing up top. Definitely should be an option for playing up top when we've got players like Paqueta back from suspension after the next game. I thought he was superb tonight. I agree with you. I think he's up there for man of the match, but I'm just going to give it to Mavropanos for me. I think he was, for coming in, I thought he was excellent. But Jarrod Bowen, said it once, I've said it 1,000 times, and I keep saying it over and over again. You got to get him up front. Get him up front, get Kudus on the right,
and get Paqueta in his natural position, and West Ham will be cooking, and West Ham cooked tonight. I thought his pressing was excellent tonight from start to finish. Like, watching it tonight, I just thought he was superb. So, yeah, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. Obviously, 2 subs come on, James Ward-Prowse and Tilo Kehrer. There's no point in rating them, so they're going to get standard 5s. It comes to this, man, the referee tonight, I thought he's fucking horrendous. What you saying about?
Every time a Arsenal player went down for the very smallest of things, the ref was giving it. And obviously, I mean, I can only see so much from the distance of where I'm watching, but I can't imagine that some of those were fouls. I do think we had a couple of fouls that weren't given as well. I just don't think he played that. I don't think he was really playing to what the game was, and seemed to be more promising towards what Arsenal would have wanted. The goalkeeper was taking very long for the goal kicks as well, was another thing. There was not really a talking to Ramsdale on that, which really frustrated me. So yeah, I wasn't impressed. Saying that, I kind of like having a lenient ref in the sense of there wasn't really much carding in that game. So, but that could go one of two ways. Sometimes that ends up with the situation of a game getting very aggressive. So he gets a 2 out of 10. I think it was a poor game from him.
I thought it was absolutely dreadful. I completely agree with every word that you just said there. I really do. I thought there were certain fouls that he was giving Arsenal, which was never fouls, and some of them was on Alvarez. Alvarez would get the ball, and he listen. Alvarez is a big man, and they would go down, foul straight away. There was a throw-in in I can't remember where it was. I think it was in the first half. Ben White's got the ball. He's there for at least 20 seconds waiting to throw the ball. No yellow card.
No, exactly. And if you think about the amount of fouls that we allegedly gave away, at some point the yellow card should have been given. So it made no sense.
It made no sense at all. Also, there was a foul on Jared Bowen where he got stitches, where the geezer came straight into him. It's dangerous. It's out of control. Someone says to me, dangerous foul. I said, it fucking is. Like, because he's out of control. Like, he's over the top. So, yeah. I'm going to give him a 1 for turning up. Do you know what I mean? People are reacting to the draw. I know it's bad, like Liverpool away.
I mean, saying that, Liverpool, the team they played tonight, a lot of their back line and defensive line were not their typical starting 11 squad. If they do the same again at Anfield, we could be in for a chance. Genuinely think that.
And it's like even if it's a draw, goes to pens. And let's be honest, if we're gonna win it, we've got to beat Liverpool, because I think Liverpool are one of the teams that.
They are theoretically, if we take Liverpool out of the cup, as long as we don't end up drawing Newcastle or something, but then it will be a 2-legger, so it could go either way. You know, it could be interesting, because ultimately, if you think about it, in one semi-final, one of the teams is either going to be Port Vale or Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
So it's a great opportunity for a team to get into a final.
I agree with you 100%. Right, let's come to this, man. David Moyes, the manager of West Ham United Football Club. Clive, I'm going to let you go first. What are you saying about him tonight?
He's taken the competition seriously, which I like. Squad choice tonight was spot on, as we ended up seeing. The fight of the team shows that the team are still playing for the manager. So there's still belief in the manager for sure, and the ideology of the way he wants to play things. Would I have liked to have seen a couple of subs a little bit earlier? Potentially, but I can understand why he didn't. But overall, perfect execution of the game plan. The players played for him, and the changes that he made were spot on, and the players that he did play, i.e. Paqueta and Alvarez, were needed, because against Brentford they will not be playing. So this was a great opportunity, whilst obviously they'll have a week off until their next game, which will be against Olympiacos. So yeah, strong from David Moyes. I will give him a 9, I think. I was going to say 8, but it was a solid performance.
Yeah, I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. Deserves respect. I keep saying it over and over again to people. No one seems to listen to me. Hopefully they're listening tonight. Listen, you might not like Moyes, or you might love Moyes, but at the end of the day, David Moyes is the manager of West Ham United Football Club. That is what he is. And tonight, he turned up there and he picked up absolute superb sides. He took risks tonight, which I love. He went with Bowen up front. He decided to play Soucek and Alvarez together, put Mavropanos in. Do you know what I mean? He took risks and he got his rewards tonight. And he deserves a bit of credit tonight. If West Ham plays shit, yeah, the blame goes on Moyes straight away. It's like the praise goes on to Moyes straight away tonight, and not just the players, because I thought he got it absolutely spot on. Deserves a lot of respect, Moyes. I know people don't like him. I get it to a point, but in life you have to respect what the man has done, and the man's got us to a quarter final of a cup competition. And let's be honest, as West Ham fans, we should be over the fucking moon with that. Like, gets a 9 out of 10. He can't help the draw. We've got Liverpool next. If he goes and beats Liverpool, the cup is on. The cup is on. So, for tonight, beating Arsenal and the game itself, what it meant to West Ham fans, especially with all the shit with Declan Rice, he gets a 9 out of 10. He's so close to being 10 out of 10. I think if we win that game 3-0, I think it's a 10 out of 10 performance. I think the goal just lets it slip at the end of the day, but a 9's not bad. Clive, anything else that you want to add, mate, on tonight?
No, I think obviously if we can, I mean, tonight's performance was incredible. We just need to keep it going through, because I think we've got 3 more games before the next international break, and I believe that's Brentford, Olympiacos, and then Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
With 2 of those 3 games being at home, so I think obviously it should hopefully put us in good momentum, which is important. And then obviously we've got the next international break, and hopefully we'll come back from that one in a little bit of a better steed than we came back from this one. So yeah, I think there's all to play for the rest of this month. I think it could be a promising month for
us. For me, to like sort of my final thought is that I'm just proud of this team tonight. I really am. When West Ham turn up, they turn up big, yeah, and they always do. And I had a feeling tonight that West Ham were going to turn up. I just know this team under the lights, Stratford. Do you know what I mean? You just know when West Ham are going to do it, and tonight they did. I thought West Ham was superb from start to finish, as I always say. But obviously now we've got to move on to obviously Brentford, which is next. And big game on Saturday. I'm not going to lie, 2 of our best players in our team currently are not going to be there. But if Moyes can get the best out of some of these players, then we've got half a chance. I thought, like Mavropanos, I actually think Mavropanos should be coming in. It's a problem because you've got Zuma as captain. So what do? Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of good things about tonight, but also I need to see that like coming in the Premier League. I will say that. So I'm not going to get too carried away as it is right now. But West Ham got it done tonight, and we should all be proud of that and enjoy it. And trust me, tomorrow, wherever you are, work, out, calf, wherever you are, if you see an Arsenal fan, let them know that we are fucking massive, because that's what we are. We're fucking massive. And we are the Conference League champions of Europe. I'm just going to say that. So, yeah, that is it. Listen, Alfie hasn't arrived. I will say that. But me and Alfie will do a little mini video, and it'll probably be released tomorrow. But me and Clive are done. Before I go, special like on the video. Subscribe to E20 Zone TV. It goes a long way, but helps me and the boys out. Thank you for all the super chats tonight from Drain Hole, from the Tottenham fan, also the new member that we got tonight. Just to say this, yeah, whether you're claret, we're all claret and blue at the end of the day. We've all got difference of opinions. But one thing that we all love the most is seeing West Ham win, and tonight we did. So, yeah, listen, take care of yourselves. Enjoy it tonight, and I'll see you again in the next one. A bosh.